So I wanted to do my topical steroid withdrawal 7-month update. I have been, oh, there's my cat. Move, thank you. I have been steroid free for 7 months, and I'm gonna turn this light off. Hold on. This is my, excuse me, get down. It's my, sorry, there was a light on. My warmer, but I feel like it was kind of like making me look a little weird. Anyway, so 7-month update, which was the 27th of last month. So what month are we in now? May? So April 27th was my 7th month. I've been on dupixent for 2 weeks now. Well, a little over 2 weeks, because I'm supposed to do my next shot next week. So about 3 weeks. And it's going fine. I'll show you my hand, you guys, which was and my chin, which was my area that was like the very last to be crusted. And then you can see my ears are fine. But my ears and stuff were healed before I did dupixent. The only things that weren't really healed was my chin and then my hand. Dupixent has greatly reduced the itch. I'll show you my arms. My arms look, hold on, let me see. My arms look, sorry, my laundry's in the background. My arms look exceptionally good. I'm still having like issues around here, as you can see, but it's fine because it'll heal. I'll show you guys my back. Right now I'm doing patch testing, so I have like tape that's like trying to come off. You can see the patches and my boob. Sorry, don't look at my boob. And then patches, and then I also have some like up here. So that's the reason why I don't like have a bra on. Sorry guys, but the chemical patch testing, I'll let you guys know. If you get it, they do test you for steroids, so please tell them I have some of my squares cut out, so that way I told them we're not testing me for steroids. Basically, they do that. They want to test you for steroids to see if you're allergic to a certain class of steroids. I told them, look, I will never use steroids ever again. I don't even want to know if I'm allergic. I don't care. We're not doing it. So they took that off. The rest of my body is doing well. As you can see, my face is, it still looks like, like red, which I think with time, and so is my chin, I think with time, and my lip, and then obviously my hand and stuff. So I think with time, and then there's my other hand, it's still a little red too. But I think with time, it's just gonna work itself out, The only issue that I had with dupixent when I first got my loading dose was I did get a little bit of eczema herpeticum under my boobs. I had like a little breakout there, which was weird because I don't have any eczema there. Like, no, that part of me isn't affected. It was never affected by TSW under my boobs. I had to move my phone. My cat is being annoying. But I go back I take the patches off tomorrow, and then I go back on Monday to the dermatologist to see if I've reacted to anything, and then I go back again on Wednesday of next week. So I got the patches put on yesterday, and then so I can't take any antihistamines for a whole week till next Wednesday would be, after I go to the dermatologist, would be the first day that I would be able to take any antihistamines. But I've also had allergy testing for food and environmental. I'm allergic to a lot of trees. I'm allergic to cat hair, and I have a cat. I'm allergic to dust mites. They tested for like I think there's 2 different kind of dust mites. It was 79 pricks the first day, or 78 pricks the first day in my back, and then 80 pricks the next day. And then for food, I'm allergic to milk, casein, which is the protein in all animal milk, But cow's milk I'm allergic to. Eggs, I'm allergic to onions, I'm allergic to sesame seeds. So basically I was allergic. I had cut out dairy for a while. Every now and then if I had like a cheeseburger, sometimes, you know, you ask for them to take the cheese off, and then you know, sometimes they don't, and I would eat it, you know. But for the most part I had cut dairy completely out of my diet. Like I've had my daughter on almond milk. She's had absolutely no dairy unless she goes to my mom's and eats something over there. But she had been eating eggs. And my daughter would flare like once a month. It was like all over her stomach. She hasn't. Her last flare was May 18th. She hasn't flared since then. And we're going to be coming up to, you know, June 18th. It will be right around the corner. So I'm hoping now that I know what I'm allergic to, if I take it completely out of her diet, she won't have any more flares, is what I'm hoping. So with those results, and then whatever these results come back, obviously I can completely, you know, take that out of my routine and my diet. Obviously I can't make trees go away. If the trees that I'm allergic to are even around me, I have no idea. I'm not a whatever it's called to specialize in like what tree is what, you know. So but for what I can control, like my cat, I'm probably gonna give her to my mom, because I do think that she causes me to be itchy. She lays in my bed, and then sometimes I notice that I get itchy, like when I lay in my bed. So I think my cat kind of makes me itchy, and I think she flares. I think she contributes to, you know. Obviously I'm going through TSW, but I don't think that she helps the situation. I'll say that. I love my cat. She's so sweet with my kids, but she would be happier with my mom. My mom has always kind of been like really good with animals and with kids. She's like one of those people that could see like the horses on the side of the road, and you're probably not supposed to touch people's horses, but she could get cows to come to her through like to the gates, and so she could pet them. And she's got like this thing with animals, I can't explain it, but she would be happy with my mom. I mean, she's happy here obviously, but she would probably even be happier with my mom. So it's not like I'm just gonna get rid of her or just give her to someone who I don't know would, you know, have to question if they're gonna, you know, be a good owner for her, you know. So the dupixent's going fine. It has, like I said, it's greatly reduced the itch, and I think the itching was the main problem with keeping me from getting to like where I am now. So I think that with, you know, the duration of dupixent for now, unless I, you know, start having any, you know, like horrible or awful side effects, obviously I'll just continue to use it for now, until my goal is to use it to get through the rest of TSW. And then I feel like, this is my theory, I don't feel like, you know, a lot of people question, will this cause a flare-up? I do think that if you stop dupixent, right, weaning off of it, I do feel like obviously you'll probably have a flare, but it's not gonna be a TSW flare. Do you see what I mean? Because it's not steroids, right? Everyone's original goal with TSW is to not use the steroids. You know, I was kind of feeling guilty a little bit for doing dupixent because I kind of felt like in a way that I was cheating my TSW journey, right? I could come up with a million reasons why I could quote unquote say I need the drug. But it has tremendously helped me get my life to where mentally I'm happier, because you know your mind and your body are one. You really have to be okay up here. to get through any kind of trauma, any kind of, you know, any kind of thing, health things, you know. That's just like with people. There's people that have cancer and they have like stage 4, and the odds of them living are, you know, just not great. And then they keep their faith, they stay positive up here, and then they beat it. You know what I mean? Those things are important when you go through, you know, this kind of predicament that we're in. So I think, you know, even though I'm on dupixent, I'm still with my original goal. I'm not getting skin infections from scratching. I'm not suffering, so to speak. You know, I'm able to have the energy for all 4 of my young kids. I'm able to, you know, I'm not feeling sorry for myself, which that didn't really happen often. You know, some days were a little bit of a struggle compared to others, but you know, it's just, I feel like all in all, there's more good from it than there's going to be bad from it, right? So my goal is to just use it to get me through TSW, and then as the body is ready, right? Because when you go through this, a lot of it is just listening to your body. You know, I say listening, you know, we have to listen to our body. And I think that that's a big thing, you know, going through this, is because not anything that works for one person works the same for another, you know. It doesn't. Like, some people swear by using apple cider vinegar. I tried it and it sent me into an itch attack. You know, it's some things work for some and others work for others. So I'm not saying go get on dupixent to help you through TSW. I'm just telling you what I've done, why I think it's good for me right now, how I think it's going to get me through the rest of TSW. And I think weaning off, there is one girl, you guys can look her up on Instagram. She's also on the dupixent support group. Her name is Ashley Ann, and I think her name on Instagram is Ashley Laura, or Ashley Ann Laura, something like that. But she was going through TSW, got on dupixent, healed her skin, you know, with time and being on dupixent. And then I think she was on dupixent for 2 or 3 years. And then she got off dupixent, she weaned off, and now she manages her eczema just fine, with no drugs, so no pharmaceuticals. Obviously, I think if she gets like an infection, she'll probably do like antibiotics or something. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to speak for her. I'm just saying she doesn't, to manage her eczema, she doesn't use pharmaceuticals or any steroids or dupixent or anything now. So that is my next goal, is to use the benefits of it to get me through the worst part of it, and then wean off as I feel my body's ready, and manage. And then obviously with these test results, you know, I now know that I'm allergic to so many food. Like, you guys, onion powder is literally, dehydrated onions and onion powder is literally in everything. It's in so much things. So while yes, it's easier for me, right, to just cut out dairy and cut out cheese, and those things are easy because there's so many different alternatives now for milks and cheeses that are plant-based, you know. So trying to find like things that you eat that don't have onion seasoning in them has been a little bit more difficult for me than cutting out dairy and cheese, you know. Sesame seeds, I never really ate a whole lot of sesame seeds anyway. So, but who would have thought? I wouldn't have ever figured out that I was allergic to onions. Oh my God, I loved onions. I'm gonna miss onions, you know? Like, I would have never thought that it was onions or sesame seeds. What? I would have never thought that. Not in a million years. Never. So it just goes to show you, I think that when we go through this, that allergy testing, I know a lot of us kind of go into this thinking, oh, doctors are all bad, and you know, you don't want to deal with the doctors, but the doctors have the equipment and the medical things that we need to get the answers that will benefit us in the long run. Unfortunately, that's how it is. So with that, and then finding out what my chemical patch testing results are, we will see you know, how that goes with cutting everything, all those things completely out, because my back's been itchy. So yeah, there's definitely something that I'm allergic to. And then the chemical patch test, I'm not sure exactly what all it tests for. I know they said it tests for like everyday household items that you could come into contact with. So I'm thinking like preservatives and moisturizers, like cleaning chemicals probably, hair dye I know is one, and then obviously the steroids was another, which I said we're not doing that. So they completely cut that square out of my patch. So there's like these little bitty squares that are in one patch, and they just cut that square off. Like, we're not doing that, sorry, no. So yeah, that's basically it. Things have been going pretty good. I mean, obviously the eczema herpeticum breakout was kind of crappy, but it wasn't anything. I had an eczema herpeticum breakout, I want to say my second or third month in the TSW doing NMT. So even if I wasn't on dupixent, right, that could still be a thing that happened. You know, even if I wasn't on dupixent, because it already happened before when I wasn't on dupixent, right? So obviously that is just something, until my skin is in a good state, that's going to be something that I have to worry about regardless, whether I'm on dupixent or not. So I don't think that is a reason for me to just be like, yeah, no, let me just not do it. So I do have antivirals. I don't like to take them unless I absolutely have to. I try to just manage, if I have a breakout or a cold sore or anything like that, I try to just manage it with lysine supplements. I've mentioned it before in my past videos. I would rather double up on those if I need to, rather than using, you know, another pharmaceutical, obviously. But I also want to say that the texture of my daughter's skin is almost completely smooth, just from her not eating any eggs. I think that may have been what was causing her issues, was the eggs, because I cut dairy completely out of her diet, but not eggs. So I think now that the texture of her skin is smoothing out, I mean, it's almost like normal skin. And she's still on probiotics. I actually have ordered from MaryRuthOrganics.com. I seen it on Facebook. I have supplements for all my kids coming, like vitamins and things, and then more probiotics. And I also got a topical probiotic spray that I haven't needed to use on her yet because she hasn't had a flare, but I'm interested to see how that would work for her. I've used it on myself and on my hand, and I was spraying it on here and then here, and I swear that I think that is what helped really get that cleared up to where it is now, is that topical probiotic spray. So I'm doing a liver detox now. It's from Nature Genetics. It's just milk thistle, I think. Don't know if it's really, you know, doing anything. I feel amazing. I've been able to start back doing yoga, and so I'm a little sore, you know, right now from doing that. But other than that, I feel fantastic. I feel amazing. Like I said, all of it, with the mental, you know, being strong up here, all of it plays a role in the rest of you feeling good, right? So I think that all in all, I'm in a much better state, a happier state, a less stressed state than I was before. And I think that's the biggest thing, right? So yeah, I think, you know, it's up to you what you decide on your journey No one's journey is the same with TSW. Like I said, some things work for others, and then those things won't work for you. That's just how this ball game goes. But I think if you just listen to your body and you do what your gut tells you to do, you go with your gut feeling, I think that you'll be okay. You know, try to stay strong. Excuse me. Try to stay strong. I know that it gets really, really hard, but it does get better. Even before dupixent, you guys know I was getting better. You could see in the videos, yes, I was still really red, but I was also still eating those things that I didn't know I was allergic to also as well. So I'm just happy that I got answers. It sucks to be, you know, not be able to eat, you know, onions. For one, I'm really, you guys have no idea, but I really love onions. Like, I love authentic Mexican food, and onions on tacos, man. Oh, so it's just, man, it's like, that's something I'm gonna miss. The sauteed onions on tacos. So, you know, it is what it is. It's fine. I'll just eat tacos with no onions. So, can't have everything. You know what I mean? So yeah. And other than that, everything's fine. And I'll see you guys on my next update. Oh, also, I want to say that, you know, like I was saying, excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm tired. I've been up since early this morning. I just want to say, just try to stay strong and stay positive, and not to be too hard on yourself. That was my biggest issue that I had within myself, was being too hard on myself. You know, it's hard when you're the sole caretaker of your kids, and then you can't even take care of yourself, let alone take care of them the way you were before, you know? And I felt like that my kids weren't gonna understand, but honestly, I don't even think my kids noticed the things that I wasn't able to do for them that I was doing before. Of course, they noticed me sick. They noticed my skin. They noticed me itchy. They noticed me, you know. But I don't think that they've noticed or missed the things that I was able to do with them before, then that I wasn't able to, you know what I mean? So, like my oldest daughter, you know, obviously would want to go play outside in the sun. It's just not something that was feasible at that time to be able to do. And so I think that was the biggest thing that she probably noticed, was that, Mommy, we can't go outside. We can't go for walks. We can't, you know, I can't let her just sit outside and play because it makes me itchy, it makes me sweat. So I think that was the biggest thing for her that she probably noticed. But my other three younger kids, no, they've not noticed anything. But then my daughter would go to my mom's and she'd play with my little brother. So it was all good. You know, she still got to have her outside time. It just wasn't with me. And I was really critical of myself, feeling bad for myself and feeling like a horrible parent, because, you know, it's just a hard pill to swallow that you can't take care of yourself and you can't take care of your kids. It doesn't make you feel good. But then I started to look at it a different way and look at it like, well, I just can't do those things right now. Which is, you know, it sucks, but it's fine. Because it'll get better. And then, so I started to look at having simple goals for myself, like maybe sitting up in the bed was the only goal that, you know, was the goal for the day. You can't be too hard on yourself during this. If you scratch yourself, you know, excuse you, if you scratch yourself bloody because you're so itchy, don't feel bad for it. Your skin will still heal. You'll still get there, I promise you will. So yeah, but I do think the testing is very beneficial, and I think it's something that everyone should get if they can, because if you don't know your triggers, how could you ever fully heal your eczema? Or even give it the opportunity to fully heal as naturally as possible if you don't know your triggers, you know? So that's just something to consider. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video here. It's longer than what I even anticipated it to be. So y'all have a good rest of your day, evening, night, whatever time it is for you. You know, stay safe. We're still in a pandemic. We still have, there's crazy things going on in the world right now, and you know, the world is just not at peace. And you know, we need peace. We need peace of minds. We need just peace right now. So stay positive and continue self-loving. You know, you need to learn self-love through this journey. And it's hard when you look in the mirror and you're crusty or you're dry or your eyebrows are still not completely grown in. It's fine. Love yourself anyway. And if you can't, I love you. You know, if you can't love yourself right now, whoever you are, I love you. It's gonna be fine. All right, guys. Bye.